Dragon Lord Ojutai on one side of things from Brad Gough. The other side of things, I've got 4-color mid-range.
Okay.
See Brad with his blue-white control deck. He's got a Restoration Angel and a Snapcaster Mage on the battlefield at this point. For Ace Tomkalski, it looks like some tokens from timely reinforcements and a bunch of wacky things going on in his deck list.
I don't know what to tell you. There's no synergies. The numbers are weird. It's just a deck full of reasonably powerful modern cards.
Just a good stuff deck?
Siege Rhino, Thrytus, Tassiger, Huntmaster, Lingering Souls, Lightning Bolt, Lightning Helix, Inquisition, Duress, Terminate, Path, to Exile, Timely Reinforcements, Wrath of God, Outpost Siege, Pyroclasm, Batterskull, Murderous Cut, Ultimate Price, Maelstrom Pulse. Those are the cards that appear in the main deck. Most of them are one-ofs.
Okay. Right. So it's a good stuff deck.
A sampler.
Yes. You can get a good sample of the hand right now. I believe it's Wrath of God Fulminator Mage.
It's like a really good modern cube deck.
Got it.
It's basically what we have here on Ace's side.
There's a City of Brass. That turns everything on.
Right.
Yep. That's important. Here come the time reinforcement tokens. 2 damage is going to be dealt. You saw Ace taking a look at Brad's copy of Manamo, which is a fun little interaction with Dragon Lord Ojutai. You get to untap it so it can't be targeted.
Combo deck.
Absolutely.
What do you think Ace's mana base is? Do you have a guess? 23 lands. How many one-ofs?
17. That can't be right. Here's a Wrath of God.
11.
Okay, I was close. Without looking, I was close. Now, the difference between Wrath of God and Supreme Verdict is that Wrath of God can actually be countered. And it's going to be countered via Mana Leak. Some of our newer players may not be used to that. Wrath of God's actually being able to be countered. Your Day of Judgments of the world. Counter spells were an effective way to beat the mass removal effect. Supreme Verdict came along and said it couldn't be countered. So then when your opponent just cast a Wrath, you just knew your creatures were going to be dead. But now we actually see the original in Wrath of God, which is something we haven't seen for a very long time, actually get countered. And the last card was not a Fulminator Mage, excuse me, it was a Tassiger. Much better than Fulminator Mage.
Really warms my heart when you get to see the cards from Alpha still get to hang around. Lightning Bolt, obviously at the top of the list in terms of modern. Birds of Paradise up there as well. And occasionally Wrath of God hanging. You know, there's some threats in the format like Thrun where you really want Wrath of God. Supreme Verdict is definitely better for most of these control decks, but there's also no guarantee that Ace will ever have blue mana at a given time because his mana base is a little stretched.
Yep. Supreme Verdict, of course, you can regenerate off of. Wrath of God, you cannot. So as you mentioned, Thrun loses to Wrath of God.
And in fact, blue is the color not represented in Ace's list, even though he has a City of Brass. So Supreme Verdict not really on the table for him.
It's a copy of Cryptic Command. So that's going to counter Tassiger and draw Brad a card.
And it looks like Brad's just playing a much smoother value game at this point than Ace is.
Certainly feels that way. And at this point, Ace is out of cards, too.
If you're going to try to play a pretty long threat and answer game and you don't have blue in your deck, you are probably going to struggle against Cryptic Command.
Yeah, and Ace
That's just how that goes.
Ace at this point knows he's beat. Brad's got a million cards in his hand. He's got the better board, the better grip, and he's going to win this game. So Brad Go's going to win this match here over Ace Tomkalski. Blue-white control will take care of 4-color mid-range. And we'll actually talk about these blue-ish control decks now, as we'll be moving to